Friday Night Sports. Here's Steve.
And here we go. Vero Beach homecoming tonight for the Indians, and it was a non-district game. Vero Beach hosting Satellite, a big rivalry game, though. And let's take a look. The Vero Beach Indians once again looking tough as John David Deason handing off to Charlie McIntosh in for the touchdown. The homecoming queen, Carlita Carter. Yeah, she's excited to get that one. Here's Deason with a deep pass here. Ricky Solomon down the right sideline, streaks through a pair of defenders and brings it in for the touchdown. And here's McIntosh one more time, 34-0. Indians on a roll. They are now 7-1. Elsewhere, Fort Myers set back Okeechobee 24-7. The Brahmins also losing their quarterback. Atlantic Spanish River did not report. Benjamin shut out Westminster, and Moorhaven walloped Belglade Christian. The St. Ed's Pirates now 7-1 as well. They blew out Ocala St. John Lutheran as John Varner of St. John. Nice pass here to Bruce Pelskey, but Pelskey's going to fumble on the hit by that crushing Pirate defense, and St. Ed's recovers, and that led to a Mike Casares touchdown. He takes the handoff, bursts through the middle, and he is gone. And Leroy Foster coming up here. Nice little run, getting it down to the 1-yard line, setting up another touchdown. St. Ed's, no trouble tonight, 33-0. Elsewhere, Newman beat Pahokee 29-18. John Carroll, big tough win over Immokalee. Boca Raton shut out Forest Hill. Frostproof over Glades Day. Martin County now 6-3. They went down to John I. Leonard tonight and came up winners as Kenny Gary here bursts in for the touchdown. 7-0. Tigers take the lead. Still in the second quarter, it's Gary once again. 14-0 Tigers. Third quarter, here's Terrell Jackson on the ground. Another touchdown made it 28-0 Tigers. And 28-2 was the final there. Martin County handing it to John I. Leonard. Glades Central shut out South Fork 24-0. Gardens over Jupiter. Lake Worth over Santa Lucias. St. Andrews and Kings Academy will go 2 o'clock tomorrow. Fort Pierce Central Cobras, big comeback. They were down 14-0 at halftime and came back to defeat Palm Bay. The St. Lucie County Sheriffs came in, dropped the football in for homecoming, and C.J. Watson here going to Lamar Farrell. A 55-yard connection here, but the Cobras could not capitalize on that one. And Stacy Noble here, a big carry as Fort Pierce Central comes back to defeat Palm Bay 21-19. Elsewhere tonight, North Shore and Twin Lakes going tonight, and evidently we have a problem with that tape. We don't have it, but North Shore defeated Twin Lakes. There it is, 24-12. North Shore getting the touchdown right there and following up with another great touchdown run right here. And 24-12 was the final once again in that one, North Shore over Twin Lakes. Elsewhere, Pope John Paul defeated Suncoast 20-10. Melbourne will play at Fort Pierce Westwood tomorrow at 8. And I'll be back with the NBA after this.
Warning, if you play Vero Beach, don't expect to go away from the game being called Mr. Touchdown.
Boy, I'll tell you, those Indians, their 6th shutout of the season. That's just an incredible statistic.
It is.
And they are going to need all that defense next week, no doubt about it. Vero Beach now 8-1, and it comes down to next week, the showdown with top-ranked Merritt Island for the district title. All right, here we go. Charlie McIntosh, 1-yard touchdown. McIntosh, 71 yards tonight. And then watch this. Derek Willis, after a pair of tips, reels it in, takes off. He's gone for the touchdown. 17-0 Vero Beach shuts out Oak Ridge. Now, the offense looking a little sloppy at times. They're going to need to get it together for next week if they want to win. Palm Bay defeated Westwood 35-6. The Panthers are 0-9 with just Fort Pierce Central left to go. Benjamin closes out at 9-1 with a win over Kings. Lake Worth topped Boca Raton 9-6. Glades Day at 7-2 handed it to Boca Academy. Cardinal Newman up their record to 8-1 with a big win over Pope John Paul, and Clewiston defeated Glades Central. The Okeechobee Brahmins snapped their 2-game losing streak at the expense of the South Fork Bulldogs, who are now 1-8. John Dyer with a touchdown here for the Brahmins, and he's in for the score. David Malone getting it going here to Vince Weaver, who has been pretty much the story of the Bulldogs offense this season. Picks up a few yards on a nice reception there. Broderick Hill carrying here for the Brahmins, also scored a touchdown a little bit later on. And the final in that contest, Okeechobee wins it 18-0 over the Bulldogs. Checking in the scoreboard elsewhere, Forest Hill defeated Twin Lakes. Gardens topped Leonard 12-6. Suncoast by 3 over Jupiter. Pahokee topped North Shore 28-12, the final there. Santa Lucias over Spanish River 34-7, and John Carroll goes to Miami Bayland tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. St. Ed's visits Potomac, that one at 3. The Pioneers home opener next.
You want excitement? You should have been in Vero Beach
Oh,
tonight.
a packed Citrus Bowl and those Indians. What a big upset win. They were the underdogs, but they believed, and although we had some doubts, they came through. And Vero Beach is going back to the playoffs after a big upset win over the #1 ranked team in the state, the Merritt Island Mustangs. Here's Merritt going to work as Joe Price giving it to Claude Tudor. In for the Stangs, and it's 7-0. But Vero Beach coming back. Watch this. John David Deason takes the deep drop and heaves it for all he's got. Ricky Solomon wide open, takes it in for a touchdown. We're tied at 7. The game comes down the stretch, and we go to overtime as Billy Livings talks to the team on the sidelines, gets them ready for overtime. Now it's the Kansas tiebreaker. Merritt gets the ball first on the 20-yard line. They have 4 downs, and they kick a field goal. They take the lead 10-7. Vero Beach gets the ball, and here's John David Deason going to Oliver Dela Cruz here for the touchdown. That's good for 6, and Vero Beach wins it 13-10. They go on and will host the first round of the playoffs next week. Elsewhere on the scoreboard, St. Edwards wins their 10th game, 10-1, best record in school history. Clewiston shut out the Brahmins. Atlantic and Boca did not report. Cardinal Newman beats Suncoast 34-14. The Fort Pierce Central Cobras won their 7th straight game tonight, and they clinched the District 12 4A title. They will host Melbourne next week. Robert Cobb to Ryan McNeil, and Westwood opened the scoring at 6-0, but Stacy Noble in from the 1-yard line. 7-6, Cobras go up, and they never look back from there. C.J. Watson, watch this pass. 32 yards, scrambling. Eric Heilich, great reception, breaks a tackle into the end zone. Cobras go on to post a big victory, 32-6, the final there. Elsewhere, Forest Hill beats Santa Lucia. Pahokee topped Glades Central. Glades Day over La Belle. And Lake Worth defeated Leonard 22-6. The Martin County Tigers ran their record to 7-3 tonight. The Bulldogs slipped to 1-9, and the Tigers will host a bowl game with John Carroll. As David Junta going to Charles Mosley here for the touchdown. Photographer Rich Tucker says they looked like Kenny O'Brien and Al Toon tonight. The South Fork Bulldogs, Chris Imboden here, picks one down, and then you see the play right here is Junta on the little fumble, going to Mosley, and picked off. There's the pick, the interception by Imboden. And then here's Junta to Mosley one more time. The Martin County Tigers rolled over the Bulldogs. 45 outs to nothing was the final there. Jupiter 21-7 over North Shore tonight. Gardens defeated Lakes. Pope John Paul over Spanish River, and Florida Air goes to John Carroll tomorrow at 7:30. And I'll be back with golf next.
John Carroll Rams ended their regular season on a bright note tonight. They beat Florida Air Academy by a score of 30-0. We'll take a quick look at that one. It was Kyle Kelly, if we have it. He scored 1 touchdown. That made it 13-0. And as we said, the Rams go on to a 30-0 victory over Florida Air Academy. So they've had a pretty good year. They finished at 8-2.
One of the few teams around that's had a good year.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, thanks, Neil. Drew?